Hello friends, hope you all are doing great. Today let us start our 5th class. Today's topic is tillage and I have taken all the important points which are related to tillage, and possible I will take another class on this particular topic. Let us start the class. The word tillage is defined as mechanical manipulation of soil, that means by using any implements to cut and open the soil and to do further any practices to loosen the soil, that we call tillage by using mechanical implements. That's why they defined as mechanical manipulation of soil is called tillage. This tillage word is derived from Anglo-Saxon. The father of tillage is Jethro Tull, Jethrotull, and another two also are related to Jethro Tull. The term wheat also by Jethro Tull, and also he has written the book called Horse Hoeing, Horsehoeing, Horse Hoeing. These three terms are related to Jethro Tull. Then after we do the ploughing, that means after we done the tillage, the end product of that particular soil or the soil condition of after we done the tillage is called tilth. So next, tillage will take around 30% of total cost of cultivation. That means if I spend to raise the crop till harvesting and all the cultivation practices, if I spend for example 100 rupees, out of which 30 rupees I have to spend for tillage practices. So that is also one of the important blank. 30% of the total cost of cultivation will take only for tillage operations. Then the tilth condition, that means the end product tilth will get. When we get the tilth condition in the soil, 50% will be occupied by micropores and 50% will be occupied by macropores. Hope you know the difference between the micropores and also macropores. Micropores are especially for to retain the soil moisture and macropores are especially for aeration. So when we have 50% micropores and 50% macropores, that is the good soil condition for plant growth and development. When that particular topic comes, I'll explain in detail. Then the basic property of soil is texture. The basic property of soil is texture. So we are having two, texture and structure. So texture is very important for the soil to hold the water and also for the minerals and etc. So these are related to soils. When I start that particular topic, I'll go in detail. Then good tilth has 0 to 5 mm size of aggregations. That means after we done the tillage, when we get this tilth at that particular time, 0 to 5 mm aggregation. Aggregation means binding together of or joining together of small soil particles are called aggregates. So 0 to 5 mm size aggregations only will be there. They are very small. So then only it can absorb much amount of moisture. I mean water. It can hold it or retain for to provide to plant. Then summer plough improves soil structure. So this is very important. That's why we go for summer ploughing. Please keep in your mind, when we go for summer ploughing is nothing but before Kharif season we go for, that is the first ploughing. Before onset of monsoon or before we receive the first rain, we go for ploughing. When we go for ploughing, we are removing the weeds and also we are killing the pupa, larva and also the pathogens which are present in the soil. We are exposing directly to the sunlight, pupa, larva and all. So summer ploughing is very important. Apart from that, it will improve the soil structure. When we cut and open during the summer plough, when soil is exposed to sunlight and also all will get killed, and also when we receive the rain, this soil when we loosen, it will absorb much amount of soil moisture. Then next one is wooden plough. Wooden plough is nothing but country plough. This one is especially for opening up soil, covering manures and removal of weeds. For these three purposes we use wooden plough. This is also one of the important blank. Then the next one, conservation tillage is also known as stubble mulch tillage, eco-fallow tillage and reduced tillage. Conservation tillage means we don't go for much or many times of tillage operations in the field. That's why we are conserving. That means by saving money and going for limited number of tillage practices in the field. That's why we call stubble mulch tillage, eco-fallow tillage or reduced tillage. Stubble mulch means by adopting mulching techniques like poly mulching or any other mulching like paddy straw or sugar cane trash, whatever it may be. So by that we are conserving the soil moisture. Then Country plow mostly used in India. This is one of the important thing. Dash is the implement which is used to plow in India. The most used implement is country plow. Then another one is mole plow. Mole plow is especially used for drainage. That means after when we apply the irrigation to the field, the excess amount of water we need to be we have to send out from the field. That's we call drainage in agriculture. So to send out, we use the plow called mole plow. Okay, subsurface and all are there. When that particular topic comes, we go in depth. For tillage practices, I'm just giving introduction. These are so mole plow is used for drainage. Then the next one is cutting, creeping and spreading grass can be done by country plow and disc plow. So we can cut the crop, weeds, creeping and also spreading grasses. These all can be done by country plow and disc plow. So the next one is sod seeding. Sod seeding is especially done in the country called Australia. The meaning of sod seeding is direct sowing without adopting any tillage practices, directly going for seeding, going for broadcasting planting the seeds in the field, that we call sod seeding. This is especially adopted in the country called Australia. This is one of the important plant. Then the next one is plowing. Plowing, when we go for plowing we know that we can improve the soil moisture. And also when to go for plowing, that is also one of the important plan. Whenever we want, we should not go, but when we have 25 to 50% of soil moisture, then only we go for plowing. Then we can easily break the soil and also we can loosen the soil. That's why 25 to 50% of depletion of available moisture in the soil, in short form we call DAM, depletion of available moisture in the soil. This is also very important. So what is the percentage of depletion of available moisture in the soil to go for plowing? If they ask, you have to write 25 to 50%. Then in intercultivation means after we plant the crop, when plant is growing, in between we go for whatever the practices, that all we call intercultivation practices. So in intercultivation, if I want to loosen the soil to remove the weeds and also to provide better water supplication, we go for plowing in between the rows. Especially for that we use the implement called junior hoe, JUNIORHOE, junior hoe. Then the next one is puddling. Puddling means plowing the land in standing water. In other form we can say the plowing the land in standing water, especially we do in rice crop. So puddling. Then puddling, when we go for puddling, it will improve 2.5% of high water use efficiency. When we go for puddling of soil, it will improve 2.5% then unpuddled soil. That means there 1% if it is using water as high, like in this soil, this will use 2.5% more than that earlier soil without puddled. Okay, puddled soil is having 2.5% extra water use efficiency. Then the next one is roots occupy 1/10 of soil mass. That means if you have 10 kgs of soil, in the 10 kgs if you go for any crop or any plant, 1 kg of mass will be occupied by roots and remaining 9 kgs will be with soil. That's what. This is also very, very important. Next important blank is the physical property of soil depends on size of soil property. So the physical property of soil depends on size of the soil property. This is also very, very important. Then the critical level of oxygen for better root growth is 1 to 2%. That means in the soil minimum 1 to 2% of oxygen should be for better root growth. In the soil also soil aeration should be. That's why just now explain about the macropores. Macropores are the one which will give soil aeration to the root for its growth. Then the next one is sugarcane, potato and cotton. These three crops required deep ploughing. Do you know cotton crop can go up to more than 1 meter? That means more than 100 centimeters. That's why if you try to pull out the plant from the soil, it will not come out. So these are the three crops which requires deep ploughing. So keep in your mind, there are few crops which requires deep ploughing. Potato, it won't go deep, but it requires well loosened soil for its tuber expansion. Then Year round tillage, this is very very important blank. Year round tillage is one where operations are done throughout the year. That means in the field throughout the year we'll be going for the tillage operations. That's why they named it as year round tillage. Then next one is tillage improves aeration in soil. 3 points are very very important: aeration in soil, water holding capacity of the soil, and hydraulic conductivity of the soil. So these three are very very important. Tillage improves aeration in soil, water holding capacity, and hydraulic conductivity. Then cultivation with implements to control weeds before the crop comes up is known as blind tillage. So to remove all the weeds in the field before crop comes up, before crop germinates, that cultivation we called blind tillage. We call blind tillage. This is also very very important. Then operation carried out from the harvest of the crop to before sowing is known as preparatory tillage. That means, for example, in Kharif season I raised a crop and I want to go, okay, I just harvested the Kharif season crop and just want to go for another crop in the Rabi season. So in between that first harvesting of the crop and next going for the second crop, in between what are the tillage operations or preparatory operations that what we are doing in the field for the second season crop, those operations, okay, tillage operations we call preparatory tillage. That means harvested crop, all the crop stubbles we are plowing and removing them and again preparing for the next season crop. That's why we call preparatory tillage. Then the next one is deep tillage, subsoil tillage, year round tillage. Please keep in your mind, this is also very very important blank. Deep tillage, subsoil tillage, year round tillage. These three types of tillages are called primary tillage operations. Deep tillage, subsoil tillage, year round tillage. These three are primary tillage operations. Then disc harrowing and blade harrowing. If you get in the blank harrowing, that's called secondary tillage operations. Okay, it may be disc harrow or blade harrow. If you get harrowing means we won't go for primary tillage operations. Harrowing means something loosening and deep going. That's why we go for disc harrowing and blade harrowing for the secondary tillage operation. So harrowing, if it comes, you just write secondary tillage operation. Then the next one is subsoiler. That means this is also one thing that deep inside the soil works up to a depth of 50 centimeters. See, this is the one of the important blank. Subsoiler is the implement which can go up to a depth of 50 centimeters into the soil to do the tillage operation. So up to 50 centimeters depth it can go for. So these are the blanks I would like to introduce to you all. Hope these blanks are helped you and came to know, some of you have came to know which are new blanks. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you find this video is very informative, please like this video, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe the video, and just beside that there will be a bell icon. Please tap on it to receive the notifications whenever I upload the video. Thank you so much.